Greetings, this is Tirra, your goddess guru. Grateful to share wisdom that is given to me for my own life most of the time, but for anyone who is looking for a word of wisdom to assist them so that you will know more of who you are, which is wonderful, and that you will know that you are the master of yourself if you so choose. Because self-mastery is one of the reasons that we are here. What is self-mastery? Understanding the totality of your power. When you know who you are and you know your power and you are able to deliberately use this power, then you have mastered yourself. When you come and you're able to live in the world, fully awakened, not tricked by what you see, but knowing that moment by moment, you are creating your reality. You have mastered yourself. So that is why I make the videos that I make, and that is why I have logged on today to share with you the wisdom of the week. This is the week of September the 18th, 2011. Whatever I say in this video can be used this week, but please feel free to use it at any time that it resonates for you. The energy that is speaking this week is the same energy that spoke last week. But guess what? Because I'm a mom who is so busy with kitty activities, I didn't make the video for last week. But I just, as my week went on and I saw that the reading was totally necessary for me, I just said, you know what? I think that we're supposed to continue, and the Oracle confirmed that the energies that spoke last week, we need to continue with this week with a little extra added in. So the energies governing us this week are the energies of Haru, negative, boo, no, not really, and dark deceased, which are energies of ancestors that passed over, but not fully. They got stuck. But it'll be in a different application to a certain degree for us because we're going to look at our own dark decease within. We want to always believe it's something outside of us that's causing us these problems. No way. It's all in us. And the good news is, since it's in us, we can do something about it. But also there's the energy of Parakahuti, negative, that will be added in for this week in the mix. So Haru says you have choices. And discipline is needed. One of the things that is very important for us to remember is that we live by choice. And when we know that we're living by choice, we can take responsibility for our lives. Oftentimes when we don't live by choice, then we think that there's certain responses we have to have. Emotions may be running high this week, where we just feel like we're going to explode with a particular emotion. We may feel an emotion come over us and feel like it's going to just take us out. It's so strong and so powerful. I'm not into suppression. Sometimes we do have to suppress, but it should only be a moment if we have to suppress our emotion. More than anything, I feel we should accept we're emotional beings, and emotions have information. This is a week for us to use our emotions to teach us what is it that's in us. Maybe an error in thinking. It could be that we have constructed a way of thinking and believing and acting based on things that have happened in the past, based on modeling that we've seen in the and family members, the adults when we were kids, in our culture and in our world. And we'll have these things in us, these constructs, these behaviors, these thoughts, these beliefs, and they're in us so steeply and deeply, and we don't question them at all, that we think this is really how we're supposed to be. What ends up happening is maybe we're being called into a new phase in our life, and the old way normally wouldn't even let us go to this new phase, or it wouldn't even be possible, or we couldn't conceive doing this new thing, that having this new phase in our life. And so the old part of us will create like this emotional thing, and it's giving us an indication we have something here that's stopping us. There's a reason we're not at point A, and it's because we've been back here at point B. You want to be at point A, you got to, whatever was holding you back here, you got to let go of it and move on over here to get on over here to point A. And so normally it's going to be a behavior. It's going to be something that we need to address. Something is going to come up this week that needs to be addressed. And you will feel so much emotion. So when you feel the emotion, you don't have to jump in that thing and that emotional river or ocean and engage it. You can acknowledge it. Oh, okay. This is coming up. I'm feeling negativity, because Haru spoke in the negative. Oftentimes, the emotional charge is going to feel negative. But just simply use it as information to figure out what is it that I need to do to release a limited construct that I'm operating according to, so that I can be freer. This is a week where we want to seek freedom even more. You cannot seek freedom. Eventually, the soul is going to win out. If you feel in bondage to something, your soul will win out. It will make you seek freedom. There's freedom in death. So even if that is what we do to get free, because once we die, all of this fades away. Now, we'll have to process it on the other side. It doesn't just go poofing away. There still may be some processing or something that needs to happen once we get to the other side. But death is an option of getting free. The soul will seek freedom. That's all I can say. Seek freedom, but don't go using a machete to cut everybody. And when you as you go to get free, you're looking around and everybody around you is dead, and you're like, what happened? I'm free, but everyone else is dead. We're not seeking freedom in a way that will create wounds in other people, that will create problems in our lives. We want to be confident this week. And your confidence will lie in this truth. You live by choice. That's one of the greatest truths you can accept. You have choice. Accept responsibility for your life, and you will be free. There will be nothing that can hold you, that can keep you in bondage when you accept. I live by choice. What are your addictions? This is a week for us to look at, what am I addicted to? Most of us want to think, oh, those drug addicts and those alcoholics. I give thanks for them, because guess what? They are paving the way for the rest of us addicts. We got 12-step programs because of them. We got programs that help the codependent people that's enabling the addicts. Anyone can use any of those concepts. We have programs that help the family members, children of the addicts. Avail yourself to any assistance that you need to assist you with your addictions, be it some type of physical addiction, chemical, and food is a chemical. Okay? Know that there are many of us, especially in American culture, that are food addicts. You can look at it however you want to, but most of us need to wake up and accept, I'm a food addict. Okay? And if anyone needs to hear my story, I will share it with you, because I was all addicted to food at one point. And you know when you're addicted, because whatever you're doing is not rendering any good results. No matter what, no matter how bad things get, you keep doing this thing. An addiction, I once heard, is something that you cannot do. You feel like, I have to do this thing. It's all kinds of addiction. I'm not going to even go down the list. You know what you're addicted to if you have that issue. But when you live by choice, you don't have to have all these emotional outbursts and reactions. You just choose moment by moment. Dark deceased energies. Okay, let's talk about that. And I've touched on it a little bit. What is it in you? Let's shine the light on the dark. So there's this issue that I've experienced. It's an OCD. I didn't even know I had OCD. But I found out, yay, I'm in the DSM, which is a book that people use to diagnose mental health illnesses. And so what I found with this particular OCD that I have dealt with in the past and still deal with to this day, I'm just being real because somebody needs to hear. Folks have mental health issues, and you just deal with the crap, okay? No judgment. Just don't let it run your life. Anyway, so I've dealt with that. Initially, what ended up happening with this particular OCD is you feel a lot of shame. Oh my God. The shame actually is connected to shame that you feel before you even had the OCD. The OCD kind of is a way of coping with the shame you feel. Oh, I felt so ashamed. There was very few people that knew I was dealing with this particular OCD. Obsessive compulsive disorder, just in case anyone's not familiar with the acronym. But anyway, what ended up happening was I decided I was tired of dealing with this thing. And so I started telling people I got an OCD. Now, the perfectionist in me that loves to present so beautifully and wonderfully to the world hated admitting, God, I have this issue, this problem that really is tearing me apart. And so I went on ahead and got real and started telling people. I mean, I tell a lot of people, I got OCD. I'm not ashamed to tell nobody about my OCD. I don't really talk about having OCD because I don't like to put focus on my problems. I like to focus on me overcoming and being victorious. But admitting is really, this is my point. When you have dark, deceased issues that you're keeping in the dark, baby, those things are growing. They're like a big, dark monster that just takes over. And, I mean, you live with this monster day in and day out. And you're oh, I can do it. Oh, okay, I'm waking up today. I'm going to do this. And shine some light on the dark, deceased issues that you have. The shame that you feel around them or the embarrassment that you feel. Don't care about it. Shine light on those parts of yourself that you think are the worst. When you begin to shine light, because what happened was, when I told people I have this OCD, and I'm telling you I have it because I need to admit, I need to get this thing out of the dark because it's running me. Everyone was like, really? I know someone else that had the same issue. And I'm thinking, really? Because the one that I have, you can't really tell with a lot of people. And they would say, well, you're the most wonderful person I know. I don't care. Well, maybe not the most wonderful, but, you know, they would just let me know I love you no matter what. I don't care. And it just really helped me to realize that shining the light on the dark is totally beneficial. And some of us have dark disease that we don't even admit. We have. This is a week for you to get real with yourself. And if you want to, don't just use this week. Because some of these dark disease, they started back with grandma and them and got handed down to mama, who has handed them to you. Maybe it was granddaddy and them who handed them to daddy and then handed them to you. And you get to make the choice. Am I going to pass this legacy of darkness on to the next generation? Or am I going to freaking do something about it? Why not? Why live with the dark parts of ourselves? Sit down and have a discussion with that part of yourself. Don't hate it. That part of yourself is needed and necessary to help you move on to the next level. So see if you can figure out the lesson, the beauty, the joy, and the wonder will be revealed to you in the darkness in you. If you do feel that you have dark, deceased energies hanging around you, why are you afraid of them? Why are you letting them hang there if you don't like them? Tell them to leave. I don't play with spirits, and people can think folks are woo-woo, wah-wah. That's not true. The physical world and the spiritual world are one in the same. We walk with the spirits, whether we can see them, feel them, whether your mama told you the truth or not. They are here. We're so caught up in the physical world, most of us can't really sense them. And when we do, we tell ourselves, oh, I'm just being crazy. I felt like Granddaddy was here. Girl, Granddaddy was there. You should have said hello. But you know what? Sometimes some energies hang out around us that are negative. And a lot of times they're not really trying to create negativity in our lives. They're stuck. They want to get free. So this is what you can say to them. I send you light and I send you love and I send you on your way. With light and love, I send you on your way. You cannot stay here. If a person comes to your home, walks through the door, and you don't want them there, you say leave. And they have to. If not, you push them out. You do something to get them out. You don't just let people walk up in your house. Don't let negative energies walk up in your house. Tell them to leave. And guess what? They have to. They might come back. Just tell them to leave again. Okay? This is a week to not be rash and hasty. Don't let your emotions make you do something that you regret. Okay? Seek to make decisions that are based on choice, but also based on wisdom. Cut yourself off from your superstar made-up self. Seek to live and be your most authentic self. That part of you lies here in your heart chakra. This is a week to really hold your heart. You can touch it. Do it with me right now. Touch your heart or your heart area. If you can, get quiet enough, feel your heartbeat. If you can, get quiet enough and go into your spiritual heart and see if you can hear, what is it that I really want in my life? What do I just want in this moment? I may not even be able to see what I want for my life, but in this moment, what do I want? Do you want more peace? Do you want more love? Do you want more joy? More happiness? More fun? Okay, so when you hear what you want, and just in that moment, you can then make the choice to go and get that thing. And it may be something very simple. None of this has to be huge. It could be very simple. I want more fun. Okay, in the past, my simple way of having more fun is I would turn on a Will Smith movie. I love Will Smith. He makes me laugh. Men in Black, Hitch, I just crack up. And in the moment, bam, I'm having fun. Now, I might turn on some music and dance. I love Zumba. I'll turn on some music and dance in a heartbeat. Sometimes I'll go and play with my children. They are boys, and so I start trying to wrestle them and realize they're getting stronger, and so I stop. It doesn't have to be anything huge. Or it can be if you feel like it's time for something big. So this is what I have for you this week. If anything else comes to me, I will be sure to share it with you. It's a heavy reading. But if you look at the fall equinox reading, there's a little positivity, a little lightness, more abundance and prosperity could be yours this week if you're working with the energy of the fall equinox or the fall in general. So I hope that you have a great week, and let's be intentional. Let's live deliberately and choose, what do we want? Choose to know who you are. Choose to master yourself. Peace, love, light, joy to you. Have a good one.